A very special flight is set to leave Spokane International Airport a little bit later this morning.
On board will be more than 100 veterans from the inland Northwest. That's the story our Hawk Hammer is covering live this morning. He is at the airport.
Robin, Derek, a very special flight and a very special surprise for me this morning, and somebody who I've introduced you as Mr. Buzzsaw before. This morning I get to introduce him as Nate, a Vietnam vet. And Nate, we were just talking a lot of stories from over 100 vets here. What was your service, and walk me through your story?
Well, I was in the Navy from 1962 to 1966. I of course did boot camp and then did diesel A school in Waukegan, Illinois. Then I went to Guam for 18 months. I did service craft on Guam for 5 months, and I was stationed on the USS Banner for 13. Then I was transferred to the USS Ogden, pre-commissioning detail, and I went to Norfolk, Virginia for school, and then the rest of the crew went to Brooklyn, New York. And then later on we commissioned the ship, and then in 1966 we made 2 trips to Vietnam, at both times to Da Nang and Chu Lai, where we unloaded Marines.
That had to be a challenging time, but you were serving. What was going through your mind?
You know, as I look back, you really don't think about what you're doing. You're obeying orders. You do not know, you do not realize what it means to your fellow countrymen, to yourself, and all that. You just do what you're told to do. And I did enjoy the Navy. I know that those Marines were scared, and a lot of them realized they wouldn't come home as they had gone out there. They'd come home in body bags, and that was tough. But I was thankful I got to leave on the ship in whole, both times, you know, no problem.
And you've been chatting with folks here, some of the old lingo and such coming out. Talk to me about that.
Well, I saw a guy sit down beside me, and on his cap, it showed that he was in submarine service in the Navy, and I said, well, welcome, Bubblehead. And he says, you must have been a target. In other words, I was on a surface ship, and he was in a submarine, and so that's how we recognize each other. And,
going to D.C., this is an opportunity many folks on this flight may have never had before, to see the memorial for you. I know you said you have somebody you're looking for on that, on the wall. Yes,
we actually have 2 people. One of the fellows was underclassman in the high school where I went. And was from the Seattle area at that point.
And, a lot of folks have told me they're going to be reliving memories, seeing the names of folks that they've lost, served with. What emotions are you expecting?
That's a good question. I am an emotional person, and so, as you can see already, you never know how it's going to turn out, but I do have my son with me, and the last time we were there, he was quite a bit younger, and so now it's a neat experience for me and my son to do this together. Yeah.
Thank you so very much for your service.
Thank you. You're welcome. And it was my privilege and my honor to do it.
Thank you so much. And we'll have more coverage coming up tonight on the news. Reporting live, Hawk Hammer, KSY 4 News.